Simon Low, 682. He has spoken before, but we would like him to share. This time he's sharing a new topic, which I believe he's fully entitled and qualified to share because he has done great things in such a short while in the Kangen business. He has to share with us a topic called Key Elements for a Successful Kangen Business. Simon, if you are there, can you please unmute yourself and begin to share, Simon?
Hi, Michael.
And let's give Simon a big round of applause to give him energy so that he can begin to share with us. This guy has a lot to share. Your energy is not strong enough. Let's all give him a big round of applause so that he can see it. And when he's joyful, he can share a lot. This man has a lot to share. Simon, you're on now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michael. Good morning, everybody. How are you guys feeling? If you're feeling awesome, put a number 1 in the chat. If you're feeling awesome today. If I see less than 100 ones, I'm not going to start. Okay, so thank you so much. I mean, we've come a long way since the COVID started and we started doing our Wednesday meetings on Zoom. And I remember I was privileged to be invited by Sam and Michael at that time to be the first speaker on the online Zoom Wednesday meeting. And now I'm back again. And I prepared something pretty interesting to share with all of my Enagic family members worldwide. And but before I go into the stuff that I prepared, I would like to just share my journey in Enagic that I started a few years ago. Are you guys interested to find out when I started the stuff that I went through?
Yes.
Okay. Now let me just share a little bit. When I bought my machine, well, I never had the intention of doing it full time or being a trainer or being a full-time distributor, nothing like that. And in fact, let me just share with you, my first demo that I've done was so embarrassing because my upline, my sponsor, Mingwei, for those of you who know Mingwei, we've been friends for more than 13 years. We've been friends in high school. And he told me about the machine. I was pretty excited about it. I bought the machine. And he did 2 presentations for me. One in my prospect's house, one in my house. And after that, I told myself, hey, what this guy just did is so simple. If he can do it, why can't I do it? It's nothing, it's not rocket science. So without thinking too much, I just told him to send me the PowerPoint slide. I bought all my ORP meter. I didn't have a lot of money back then. I remember I used to have a cigar box. I don't smoke, but my father gave me a cigar box to keep all my savings inside. And I had about 800 or 900 ringgit inside. That's about $200 US. And I just took that money. I gave it to Mingwei, get me an ORP meter. Okay, that's all I had in cash. So he got me my meter. And I said, okay, I'm so excited. I have my first demo to go to. And I went there and do my first demo. Imagine this, when I opened my laptop, the laptop that has served me for 3 years in university, it died. It just died. So I was panicking. It was my first demo. And I had all these planned out. I wanted to show the ORP, the alkaline, everything. And I just closed the laptop and I just did the whole demo without the laptop. And guess what? The guy paid me cash in full for the machine. So I just want to, why I like to share this story is this. You see, a lot of us, when you are new, by the way, who is new in this business, less than 1 month in Enagic, can you put a number 2 in the chat box? Less than 1 month in Enagic. So you are less than 1 month, you are a brand new distributor or a joiner in Enagic. Can you put a number 2 in the chat box? So there's a lot of you guys as well. So this is a message to you guys. When you are new or you have new team members, don't worry about being perfect and being so professional before you start. Just get started. And the best thing is this. When you do your demo, even though how bad it is, according to you, the client has no other avenues to compare you to. To them, anything is amazing. Anything is good. All right. So I just want to share this with you. If you are new, don't be afraid to start. Get yourself in there. Do your first demo, second demo, third demo. By the 10, 20, 30 demo, you are already an expert. All right. So they always say this. You don't have to be perfect to start, but you have to start to be perfect. And I really believe in that. So even for all my team members in my group in Malaysia, in Dubai, in India, we have a strong group in India and Dubai. I just push them, look, do your first demo. If it's bad, so be it. If you don't get the sale, so be it. And that's how I think all of us should really take ownership in our business. Okay, so I just want to share a little bit about how I started and went a long way. We built our team in Dubai. I was in Dubai for 2.5 years to build my business there, and a lot of stories, a lot of memories, and a lot of my Dubai team members are here as well. I even went to India, and under Heman, we have an amazing team in India. I went with my downline to Kazakhstan and to other countries in Europe, and this business has really brought me to parts of the world that I never thought I would even go to for vacation, let alone do business there. But Enagic has really given that opportunity to myself and my team. So I'm really, really very grateful. Who here is very grateful for the Enagic opportunity? Can I see a yes in the chat box? You are really grateful that you are part of this, that you are actually part of this. Because I'm telling you now, not many people gets to know about this in their lifetime. All right, there's like 7 billion people out there. How many people gets to know about this? Not many. And I think the fact that we're on this Wednesday meeting today, we are really, 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 really the lucky bunch. All right, so without further ado, let me go into my topic today. So my topic today is key elements to a successful Kangen business. Now, what is a successful Kangen business? Is it the income? Is it the rank? Is it the number of sales? I would say it's a combination of all three. You can't have the rank without the sales. You can't have the sales without the rank. You can't have the sales and the rank without the group sales, the volume sales. So you need all three. So I think you need to aim for all three. Exactly, Vinod. All three. So I don't have any slides today. I believe in focusing on what I have to present, and I've just shared 3 key elements that I believe is imperative for you to have a successful Kangen business. Okay, guys, if you're ready, give me a thumbs up on the camera. I can see everyone. If you're ready, give me a thumbs up on the camera. Fantastic. Now the first one is a lot of people may think it's cliche. A lot of people may think it's not so important. But I believe if we can master the first element, you're on your way to success in Enagic, which is 2 words: your energy and your enthusiasm. I believe, and I truly believe, that whatever you say to your prospects, to your downline, to your customers, the words, the technical things that you say is only 20% of the game. And 80% of the game is your energy and your enthusiasm when you're saying that 20% of that sentence. If your client feels that you're so excited about the product, excited about the business, and you're looking forward to sharing with them, and the way that you share, you're using your hand gestures, and you are confident in yourself and whatever that you're sharing, people buy into that more than that 20% of the fancy words that you're using. I've seen distributors that have shared about the Kangen business in such a simple way, but they're so passionate about it, people buy into that and people follow that. Then I've seen distributors that try to be a perfectionist. And by the way, perfectionism is what? Perfectionism is procrastination with what do you call? A cherry on the top. It is a glorified procrastination. So don't try to be perfectionist in our business. All right. So I've seen people that try to perfect their sentence, perfect their demo, but they don't have that enthusiasm, they don't have that energy, and people just fall asleep. You know? So if you want information, go online, go on Google. You don't have to talk to me. Why are you talking to me? So that you want to know what can you get from us, what can you get from our team. So I really want to stress on my first element of my today's topic, which is your energy and which is your enthusiasm. Now, energy cannot come from thin air. Now, I want you to look at yourself today, and I'm going to challenge you on this. If you look at yourself today and you are not happy with the way you look physically or the way you feel physically, your health, your energy level, this is something that you need to really focus on. And this is my genuine, sincere advice to you. Because when you represent this company and this business and this amazing team, you need to represent it at 100% power and energy. I just finished my workout in the morning. In fact, I work out almost every day. And even I got inspired by people like Sam, which works out almost every day. So don't tell me age is a factor. Sam is not at my age, but he's working out every day. And I have people like Bernard Chan, which is in the tremendous best shape of his life at his age right now. So age is never an issue. And if you look in the mirror and if you're not happy with the way you look and the way you feel, Tony Robbins said this: the biggest thing that we have as human beings is the power of choice. You just have to decide today you want to change that, and that's it, finish. You go towards that. All right. So so Sam said almost every day. We need our time for body to rest. So Tony Robbins said the power of choice. If you decide to start changing your life, your health, your energy levels today, you can immediately do it. And why people don't do it? Because they think about their past. They think about who they are. They have all these shackles bogging them down. So first is your enthusiasm, your energy. And how you're going to get the energy up? It's not going to come from thin air. It's going to come from you taking care of your health seriously. All right? So that's the first element. I want you to really understand that. So enthusiasm, when you're talking about the product and your business, when you're doing a training, you have to be enthusiastic. And it's okay to be a little bit over the top. It's okay. All right? Why people are very shy and very held back is because they want to, take care of how they look, and they're afraid of how people will perceive them, how people will judge them, and how people will see them as a person. But the thing is this: do you care about that more, or do you care about growing your business? For me, it's about growing my business. And if today I'm telling you now, and all the other top leaders, even Eric Worre is telling you now, the enthusiasm is the key of the game, the energy is the key of the game, you really got to focus on that. And the next time you catch yourself talking about Enagic in a very, it's this water, it's antioxidant, alkaline, you got to catch yourself. Hey, that shouldn't be the way that you should be talking. You should be talking about it with positively. You need to be excited. Because if that fellow sees your face and you're not excited, he's not going to get excited. It's as simple as that. Okay? Do I sound excited when I'm talking to you guys right now? If I sound excited, you put me in number 1 in the chat box. Because I don't want to put you guys to sleep. That's not my job today. Okay? So that's number 1. You got to be excited, and you got to catch yourself. You got to catch yourself and improve slowly to build that level of confidence when you are presenting. Because your confidence, enthusiasm is contagious. Once you're setting that tone, what happens? Your downline set that tone, their downline set that tone, and that's how you build an amazing organization in your business. All right? So that's the first thing. So very, very important. Okay? Second thing. Now, the first thing is very important, but I don't want to stress too much on it. I guess you guys got the point already. Now, the second thing is this. Michael told me, what you're going to share today. Ask me what you're going to share today. I also asked myself yesterday, oh my God, what can I give to all of you here today that can help you guys, make more money and build more downlines and build more sales in your business? The truth of the matter is this. All of us have the necessary skills and tools to be a 6A and 6A2 and beyond. All of us. Not all 215 of us. But why not all of us is at the 6A and 6A2? What do you think is the factor stopping a lot of us from getting to our 6A and 6A2 levels? Can you please put that in the chat box in 1 or 2 words? What do you think is the key factor stopping yourself or stopping your team from getting to that level? I want to see a lot of response on the chat box. So I didn't say focus. Satish said self-belief, action, commitment, self-doubt, no focus, motivation, passionate, lack of vision. Yep. Procrastination, focus with confidence, too many commitments, mindset, no activities. Fantastic. Thank you so much for your response in the chat box. And I'm afraid to talk to strangers. That's a very detailed, specific thing. Now, thank you for your response, but I'd like to just say this. There are many ways, there are many reasons why people don't achieve their goals in Enagic. There are many reasons. can be too many commitments, can be engaged with something else, can be lack of focus. These are all valid reasons. But I truly believe the biggest reason why people don't achieve their goals in Enagic is because of they are not clear about how do they see themselves in this business. They have no idea. My friend asked me to do this business, I just do. My neighbor's friends with me, so I want to have a good relationship with him, so I bought the machine and I want to try. I've done this kind of business before and let's see how this will go. You know, those kind of mindset. I don't need this, I already have money, but let me see if I can make some extra income from here. So many reasons that people tell themselves, but I believe that's the single biggest reason. When oops, Michael, you shared your screen. Oh, okay, cool. So I believe that when you have a clear vision of how do you see yourself in this business, without that clear vision, you would have no idea what to do in between. And this is something every single goal setting guru will tell you. You have to have a clear vision and this and that, a vision board and everything. But if you want to keep it simple, what is it simple? You want to see, you want to visualize yourself 6 months, 1 year from now, the number of people you have in an event that you in a hotel or in your house, how many active downlines you have, the conversations that they are having, the sales that are signing up. You need to start visualizing that will happen to you 6 months, 1 year down the road. And that is what you should be building on. And then having more and more people to become 3, 4 A's, 6 A's under you, going up on stage, taking awards. And how does that make you feel as a distributor? And when you yourself go up to the stage and take that check from Mr. Oshiro or your branch manager, how would that make you feel? So I think we all need to relive that moment for ourselves, no matter what rank you are right now. As long as you have a clear enough vision about what you want to achieve in the business, no matter what, you will get there. Because if your vision is set right, you will develop the mindset to get there. You will develop the skill set to get there. You will develop whatever it takes to get there. All these are the secondary things that are not so important. First, you got to set your vision. How do you see yourself? Do you actually believe that you're going to become a 6A? Who believes that you are actually going to become a 6A? Put in the chat box. Say me. For those of you who are not 6As yet. You actually believe it. Not just I want to be, I wish to be, I dream to be, hopefully I'll be. Because a lot of these kind of people are around. And there's a reason why most of people in our business, the 80-20 rule, 80% of people don't make it and 20% of people does. How many distributors we have all around the world? Many. But how come today only 270 participants? Because you guys are part of the 20% that is here. All right. So there's always the universal rule. So the key element is you must have a clear vision of where you want to be in this business. And if that vision scares you a little bit, so be it. If your vision makes you feel comfortable, it's not a vision. It is your reality right now. And if you're not happy with your reality, what for you want to have that vision based on your current reality? There's no point. All right. So even at a senior level in this business, you think you have made it already, have a bigger vision and challenge yourself. I don't think I've made it in this business. I think there's so much more room for me to grow and so much more things I can do in the business. So similarly, it's a non-stop process of upgrading your vision. And when your vision gets higher and higher, you will need to develop better mindset, better habits, better activities, better, all these things have to improve to cope with your vision. And better skills, exactly, Heman, thank you so much. All right, so that's the second element. Later, I have one part for actual practical tips for you guys to build your business. But I'm going to talk about the key elements first. Okay, so having a big vision, play a big game. Because if you're in Enagic and you plan to play a small game, every month sell 1 or 2 machines, I think you might be wasting your time. Really. If that is your vision, I want to sell 1 or 2 machines a month and just try to get by and pay my bills, I think you're wasting your time. Because if you have that mindset, you are not even going to sell that 1 to 2 machines a month at all. Forget about it. Because if that's what you're looking at. All right. So play a big game. Play a game that you want to sell 50, 100 machines a month with your team. And you're going to get there. If you're not going to get there, you're going to get somewhere near there. You got to play a big game, no matter who you are. And if you think you're from Malaysia, market is saturated, I say nonsense. Company's been here for 8 years. I'm just one of the team members. Nonsense. I'm in India. You know, those guys are already so high levels, and I'm quite late. I'm only on my fourth. Only after 4 years I'm in. Nonsense. The market is huge. It's whether you want to do it or not. Because yesterday I was speaking to one successful distributor in a small town in Malaysia. And that town is so small, yet he can sell thousands of machines there. So no excuse. It's whether you want to do it or not. The market is big. And that actually excites me, because you know that the market is so big. And when the market is so big, it's whether that you want to do it or not only. That is the biggest question. All right? And get excited. So that's key element number 2. So guys, if you're following so far, you can give a thumbs up to me. I'm sharing all this stuff because I truly believe it's very important in your business. And number 3, which is, in my opinion, the biggest, apart from your energy, enthusiasm, the vision that you must have in your business, number 3 is very important. Who here has been either working or being in business for more than 10 years? Means you've been working and having business for 10 years before you joined Kangen. Can everybody put maybe a 3 in the chat box? Before you started Kangen, you've already have more than 10 years of working experience, 10 years of business experience, or 10 years of social service, whatever that you've been doing. Means you're not a new person in the working world. We have a lot of people, right? So, I don't know why I'm getting 9 or so. 9 means what? You have 30 years. Is that what it means? Okay. So, why I want to touch on this part is this. You see a lot of distributors, a lot of new members of Enagic, whether you are in your 30s, 40s, 50s, having 10, 20, 30, 40 years experience in this business, a lot of people come in with this. I know a lot of people, and my entire Kangen business, I'm going to base it on the 20 years of contacts I've made in my past. Now that's a danger. Why? You may have made connections and relationships with a lot of people in your 20 years of working experience, but the biggest mistake is you only rely on those people that you have made. Let's say it's 100 people. Now, what if from the 100 people, 95 of them are not interested and you end up with only 5 machine sales? Do you say, I give up on the business? Do you say, this is not for me? Do you say, my luck is no good? Do you say these people they're not seeing it? They are one kind? Do you blame it on them? But the true fact is a lot of people are like that. They just based on the contact they have made, and they hope they have a gold mine behind them. So in our business, ladies and gentlemen, it's not about hoping. It's not about relying. If you truly look at Kangen as a business, you need to continuously build your relationship. Let me share with you an example. Now, I'm from Malaysia, and I'm pretty sure in India also, in Malaysia, we have huge amounts of palm trees. We are one of the biggest palm oil exporters in the whole world. Right? So when you drive along the highway, when you visit our airport and you're going into the city, you will see palm trees all over next to the highway. Beautiful. Now, why am I talking about trees? Now, palm trees are like this. When you grow a palm tree, okay, when do you think you can harvest the oil? How long do you think it takes? 6 months? 12 months? How long do you think it takes? Can you put in the chat box? Let's say today you put in the seed in the ground. When can you harvest the oil? 5 years plus, 6 to 8 years, 20 years, 10 years. Okay, I've done a little bit of research on this. Okay, so on the point that you plant the seed, on the 3rd year you can start harvesting small amounts. Now the interesting fact is this: The interesting fact is this: if you go on Wikipedia and you find it out, the biggest harvesting you can get from a single palm tree is from the 7th year until the 18th year of growth. That's how much. That's the exponential harvesting on this tree is on the 7th and 18th year. Why am I using this example? Is because if you build the Kangen business like how palm tree farmers grow the palm trees, there is no way, and I repeat, there is no way you cannot become a 6A. It's impossible. It's impossible for you to not become a 6A and 6A too. So what do I mean by that? Palm tree farmers do not just plant one tree and wait 3 years and harvest, and after 3 years, he'll buy the food for the family. He's not going to do that. He has already trees that he has planted along the way so he can harvest every single month. He plans his estate. This tree, month 1, month 2, month 3, continuous harvesting of the palm oil so that he can feed his family. So if a palm oil or palm tree farmer can understand that, I think we should understand that even more. Because that is the basis of our business. Now, if you just rely on the 20 years or the 30 years or even the 40 years of context that you have to build your energetic business, you are like a palm tree farmer that just built a piece of land, and after everything can harvest, you keep harvesting without building new plots of land. And what happens when you finish harvesting here? Or you realize that some of your trees, the oil is not of good quality. You cannot sell it, you cannot export it. What do? You give up. You go broke. So you don't want to be that kind of farmer. You want to be like the real farmer. When you are harvesting, you're also building. Because a lot of people have this mindset that I have a lot of contacts. I don't need to go and meet people. I don't need to build up my contact list. I don't even have enough time to deal with my current contacts. That is the wrong mindset. Because not all of your contacts are going to say yes to you. This is a numbers game. So you need to be out there to get more people. Okay? And this will bring me to the subtopic of this palm tree analogy that I've just shared. If you like to use this analogy, go ahead with your team. Because we need to teach our team that you need to start farming for more better relationships. And I've talked about relationships a lot. Reason is this. A lot of people look at prospects or friends as leads. Oh, this is my lead number 1, 2, 3, 4. I follow a great network marketer on Facebook. His name is Tom Chenault. And I even message him on Messenger sometimes. He's $1 million earner in network marketing. Means his income from network marketing is more than $1 million US a year. Definitely he's someone with a lot of substance. And he says this, he hates people that use the word lead. He said, come on, man. That is a person. That is someone that has been brought up, went to school, had an education, loved by his parents, by his kids. He's not a lead. He is a person. And you need to treat him as one and not go to him as just a lead. So Tom actually taught me a lot of, when I read a lot about Tom Chenault, you can Google him or you can go and add him on Facebook. He takes his time to develop relationship with the new people that he makes. So what is he doing? He's actually planting the seeds on his estate. You can't be having a seed and expect to harvest the oil from this seed immediately. But that's what a lot of Kangen distributors do. I have a seed, I want to harvest. But the seed is not even ripe. The tree is not even ripe. How can you harvest? So similarly with our business. Sometimes we need, obviously you're going to have some people that you just meet today and tomorrow they are ready to buy the machine. I am not discarding that idea. But for the most people, they are not just your customers, they are going to be your team members. So you need to take the time to build the relationship. And if you tell me, Simon, we always build relationship, until when we're going to build this relationship? I said, my friend, you're not going to take 10 years to build this relationship. No. But what I'm saying is don't rush into it and take time to come out and have food, have drinks, have conversation, understand the person more, ask good questions, be a good listener, build the rapport before you share what you have to share with that person. Because simple, people will not do business with someone they're not comfortable with. And that's the universal rule. So get comfortable. And what Tom taught me is this. And this is also what Sam taught me. Sam also taught me this, and I actually learned this part from Sam and also from Tom Chenault. Whenever I meet somebody now, let's say I meet him in a seminar, or I meet him in a bar or a coffee shop or whatever, or it's a friend's friend or whatever it is, right? A lot of people save their contact like this. This person's name is Teddy Teo. That's it. Teddy Teo. Okay, I saved Teddy Teo's contact. 6 months down the road, you forget who is Teddy Teo. And Teddy Teo also forget who you are. So what Tom Chenault does and Sam does, which I've learned a lot, is you want to put into your contact list as many information as you can about the person. So when you meet somebody new, take the time to ask, Teddy, where do you work? What was your experience? Were you from the IT background? Were you an engineer? Okay, you get some information. So are you single or you married? Oh, I'm married with 2 kids, 3 kids. Oh, daughters, sons? Put down there. Where do you stay? Oh, I stay in Kuala Lumpur, this and that. Okay. So as you get all these key information about Teddy, and you put it in the contact list with him, the next time you want to phone Teddy up, 6 months, 1 year down the road, you phone Teddy up and say, hey, Teddy, you remember me? I'm Simon. Hey, bro, I remember you. Hey, a long time, we'll catch up for a drink. How's your 2 daughters doing? Hey, this guy met me one time. He still remember I have 2 daughters. They must be going to secondary school now. Oh my God, this guy pays attention. So how's things? So when you notice this kind of details about a certain person, right, and you take the time to put emphasis to ask this information from the people feel awesome. Rather than, hey, remember me? We met that time, let's catch up. Compared to if you remember certain details about that person. And don't think that, people say our brain is a super computer, right? Don't trust it, okay? Our brain fails us most of the time. So all this information, you don't want to keep it on your head. You want to save it down on your contact. So that when you want to see it, you just read it. Oh, okay. And you go. And that's one of the biggest things that I've learned about building relationship with a lot of new people and new contacts and new clients. And so that's basically what that is, growing the tree. And after that, I will harvest. So one problem a lot of people do is this: they grow. They forgot to harvest. What happens? The tree die after 10 years. You still haven't harvested. The tree already dried up. The leaves has dried up, and you haven't even harvested. So we need to know when to harvest, but we need to know that we need to allow time for the tree to grow. And as you do it consistently, one day you won't have enough time to talk to prospects because you have too many people that you have built a good relationship with, and it's non-stop, and people join you non-stop. Who would like to have that problem? That you have no time to handle your prospects. Say yes if you want to have that problem. No time. Oh my God. Hello, Sam. Wait. You want to buy a machine? Tomorrow I'll see you. Today I have 3 machines I need to register. Okay, and I have 3 people that I need to do training. Can I talk to you tomorrow? Okay. Who wants to have that problem? Put a yes in the chat box. Who wants to have that problem? Put that in the chat box and say yes. I would love to have that problem. And I'm building myself towards that good problem. Exactly, Andrew. Good problem. Too busy because too many leads. And that will happen if you follow the analogy of the palm tree. Build relationship today. Start 1 today, 2 relationship, 2 people, 3 people. Add them on your Facebook. Share with them. Have coffee sessions. Compared to sitting at home watching Netflix, go have drinks and all this. Spend time to develop these relationships. And if you don't need to sign up some expensive CRM. Just use an Excel sheet. Just use your iPhone. You have the tools already to have all these people under your whole umbrella to be added into your Kangen business. Guys, are you getting value so far from my sharing? I hope you are getting value here. Because I really truly hope that whatever that I shared is truly from my heart, that what I've experienced in my 4 years of business, And I truly believe these are the key elements that if you master this, you're going to fly in the business. You're going to fly. All right. And so all the three elements are very important. You need to have a big vision. If you don't think you're going to fly, you're never going to fly. You're never going to fly if you think that you're never going to fly. All right. So that's very important. You're going to fly in this business. Believe in it. Put in the action. What I spoke about just now. Have a big vision. Have great energy and enthusiasm. Palm tree analogy. Just understand the concept of palm trees. You are in the same industry, believe it or not. Okay, and that's what I've really gathered from my couple years of experience in this business. And before I pass it to some Q&A, maybe Michael has some for me. I want to also add on some. So now I talk about key elements. Now I want to talk about the key action steps that you should take to build a team. Some of you here have a team, whether it's big, medium, small, one person, zero, doesn't matter. If you want to know how to build a bigger team or start to build a team, you need to understand a few key points that I'm going to share with you right here. The first thing is you need to do as you preach. A leader has to do as the leader preach. If the leader tells you to do demo, to go and prospect, and the leader is sitting at home, not doing demo, not doing prospecting, that person won't follow this leader. Same thing, very same. Why do people don't respect certain politicians? Because they promise this, they don't do this. They lose our respect. Similarly in our business, you must do whatever that you preach. If you say prospect, do demo, do training, you must do it. Because if your downline see that you're doing it, they want to keep up to your pace. You need to be a role model, exactly, Mangesh. You need to do. And the second thing is this, a leader also has to be humble. If you see that certain things that your downlines are doing that is so effective, you may want to pick it up for yourself. Don't have that perception that, no, I'm the leader, I should be deciding the tone of our group that will go forward. Maybe sometimes the best ideas come from your downlines, from your team. Be humble to accept it and be humble to implement it, right? Be humble to accept it and to be humble to implement it. So that's very important. Second thing is this, always have consistent events. Once a week minimum. You must have a minimum once a week event. You want to do it live in your town now, if it's convenient, if everything is okay there, you can do a 1 week, once a week demo presentation plus training. Commit to it. If it's going to be on Zoom, I do my Zoom meetings every Saturday at 2 p.m. non-stop. We haven't skipped a single week for almost a year now. Why do we need that? Because people need consistency. Your team needs to know that you're consistent by doing your role as a leader, as an upline, so that they can plug into the system. So you need to do that. You can't be saying, today I feel like it, I'm going to plan one in 2 days. Next week, I'm not feeling it. Maybe the team is not responding that well. Maybe I'm going to skip it. No, and no. That's not how you do it. Even if your team is not responding, you still do it. You need to keep on doing it. You know, I've heard so many leaders that they shared when they do their home demos last time when they started. Sometimes their home demos, nobody show up. They still have their people there and they turn it into a training session. And then sometimes that happened to my group as well. Sometimes the timing was not right. And only the existing team members came into my Kangen demo. I turned it into a training. But it has to be there. You cannot cancel anything. Right? Enagic is already so free. You don't have to punch in, punch out to go to an office. Please commit 1 day of your week to do an event for your team. If you can't even do that, sorry. Don't be in this business. Or don't be in any business because you're not ready. I'm very blunt with that. 1 day a week. Commit that. So that's what I really and if you feel that I'm not ready. I need more assistance to do my Zoom meetings. Get help from your upline, from your downlines, and sometimes I even work with my sidelines. Let's do something together, and both our teams can benefit. There are always ways, and I've shared this with Sam that day. Sam asked me, we were driving. I remember I was driving out of town, and he asked me, Simon, if there's one thing that you learn the most, if there's only one thing that you got out of your Enagic business in the past 4 years, what would that be? I was thinking, only one thing. Means it cannot be 2, 3, 4. So it has to be only one. So I was thinking. Then I said, Sam, I think the biggest takeaway in our business is we have the power to create our own opportunities. And I want you to really understand that. Is to create our own opportunities. Means if I want my cupboard to be gray color tomorrow, I can call a guy and paint it gray tomorrow. I have that power. But most people are saying, but it's always been brown. Let it be brown. So in Enagic, that's the thing. If you see that you need certain things in order for you to get to your next rank or next step, find those tools. Be resourceful. Create your opportunities. If your upline not available, upline is always available, or downline, sideline, every line, cross line, diagonal line, I don't care. You make it happen ethically, as long as you create your own opportunities to make things work. All right. If you succumb to excuses saying that, my upline, is not happy or this and that, then you are not taking a lot of ownership in your business. You need to take ownership. And the best thing about our business is this. I have another business that I'm running where I'm stuck in a partnership with certain people. And I'm telling you, I'm not happily stuck. I cannot escape because I have some financial interest in that. But in Enagic, the best thing is what? It's okay. You are your own boss. You can do whatever you want. You can create whatever that you want. You can work with anybody that you wish to. And that's the beautiful thing about our business. And I believe, so I talk about key elements, then I talk about do as you say, practice what you preach. All right. Jordan Belfort said this: you cannot tell your salesman to go and knock on doors and sell insurance if you yourself is not willing to knock on doors and sell insurance or property or products. Same thing here. Be very consistent with your trainings. And if you're not doing anything on a weekly basis, if you or your team don't have a weekly thing that you're currently doing, do it this week, not next month. This week, do something and commit a time and date. You do it every week. You must do that. You start doing that, you will see results. Number 3 is, what did I say? Create opportunities. Create your own opportunities. You have that power. You have that power to do anything that you want in this business. It's just whether you have the vigor or drive to do it or not. Okay, guys. So, Michael, I think I shared whatever that I felt that was necessary for today's meeting to everybody on this call today. And well, if you have any questions, I'm happy to also answer as well.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you for your great sharing. It's always a joy listening to you. You may be only 4 years in the industry, but you talk like an expert. And you are actually, somebody who has actually shown signs of success, not just signs, actually succeeded in building your group around the world. For those of you who are listening in, and if you got some special requests for some answers from Simon for your problem, you may type in your question into the chat box. But we reserve the right to pick, because you may ask some embarrassing questions and poor Simon won't come back anymore next time. Okay. Thank you. You're great now, Simon.
Thank you so much.
You're so young. I hear a lot of people of your age. You are a young millennials who will tell us that being young is not easy to have prospects. So, are you able to tell us, how you build up your prospect list,
right,
or your funnels?
Somebody asked in the chat box, Hanan, baby, what is your age? What is your age? Okay, I just turned 1 month ago. I turned 26.
Oh, very
1
young.
month ago, I turned 26. born in 1994, and honestly, it's it's not a big deal. Okay, young, old, middle age, whatever it is. And pertaining to Michael's question about how do I build my prospect list with people my age, people older than me, people in their 60s, 70s, it doesn't really matter. I believe in one thing. If you want to build rapport with anybody, any age group, any industry, there are two things. Number one, you need to have good general knowledge. You cannot only know Kangen. I don't know. I know about Kangen. I know 7-plate. I know 8-plate. I know this. I know the AA point. I need to know education allowance. You cannot just have that. You need to have good general knowledge to be able to do what? To be able to click with the people at different age groups and speak their language. So the second thing I'm going to is to speak their language. You know, I have some downlines that come to me and tell me that, I have a downline, that is older than me, more experienced than me, more successful than me. And I struggle to get my message across because these people have a block. I know more than you. All right, so they're blocked. They don't want to listen to you. So who has experienced this before? Either somebody younger than you or older than you, or maybe somebody that is more, you deem much more successful or whatever. If you have experienced this before, my greatest advice, if I would like to share with you, is you need to have good general knowledge. You need to understand where this person, which industry he's from, and you need to understand his industry at least a little bit and speak his language. You cannot speak to a 45-year-old the same way you speak to a 25-year-old. Very different. When I speak to people from different age group, it's totally different. It's totally different. The language, the nuances, the topics that we touch have to be different. And that is when people start to recognize you as somebody that has good knowledge. And then start to build a rapport, build a relationship. As I said, plant the seed, grow the tree. And after you can harvest much easier. If you're not able to speak their language, or if you're not able to resonate with that age group or that industry group, it's very hard for you to get them on board. It will be an uphill battle for you. Why make it so tough if you can make it easier? Just understand the industry. I shared with one downline that day. If you're going to see Amway, for example, let me just use the example, Amway, Herbalife, whatever, another multi-level company distributor, and you want to get him into Kangen, must you spend some time, 15, 20 minutes, half an hour before that to understand their compensation plan? Yes, I think so. If you go in with no knowledge, with no understanding of what the guy is going through, and you just want to present whatever that you want to present, I think your chances of getting him in is not to say zero, but it's much lower. So I do my slight homework, in certain things, have a good general knowledge, read the news, read more, and it will definitely help you a lot in connecting with more and more people, regardless of the age group. So that's my answer, Michael, regarding to that.
Yeah, thank you very much, Simon. Because we sometimes hear certain people, speaking very loudly in meetings. Oh, I've run out of potential clients. I've sold to everyone. I've got no more prospects to see. What's your answer to this once again, Simon?
Yeah. So I think they need to understand the palm tree analogy that I just shared. I think we're in very similar business, honestly.
Yes.
We're actually in the same business. So, and a lot of people like that, I think we need to be easy on them. Maybe they have not really grasped certain concept fully yet. Maybe they're quite new in network marketing, or maybe even new in business because maybe they have been in the corporate world for 30 years. They have no idea what is prospecting and marketing and building a contact list. Maybe they have not been exposed to that. So I have two things here. I want to share. Is first, we have to maybe share with them the concepts and ask them to go out and talk to new people. But for a lot of people, they have maybe they feel that I don't want to build a bigger relationship. I don't want to build more relationship. What for? I am already at this age. I'm not comfortable to go and speak to new people. Then certain people it's just hard to change. So as for us, we can do our part as leaders to share with them our analogies, our strategies on building the business. And for ourselves, the second thing I want to share is we got to look for people that shares the same mindset that we have, that knows the game well. I think there are a lot of people out there in the market from whatever industry, insurance, network marketing, property agents, businessmen, and they understand this concept of building more and more database and building more and more contacts. And there are plenty of them out there. So I think for us, when we prospect for people, let's prospect for these people instead. We have a higher chance of them being much more successful in the business compared to someone that, just complains, that they run out of people to sell. The market is so big. Running out of people to sell is really an excuse. Have they done some advertising online? Have they done some offline advertising? Have they put up some posters? Have they put up some flyers? If they have done nothing like that, then I don't think they can. I don't think that's a good excuse.
Yeah, I agree with you, Simon. You got a great point. For those of you who are new, or for those of you who are trying to do your business even bigger, try to come on to our Zoom sessions where you begin to hear, that there are actually live human beings in Kangen doing hundreds sales to one prospect. Alex Yap was the one who said this. Were you around?
Yeah.
I felt great. This is a real big business. Why harbor all those negative thoughts? Then a few weeks back, we have one gentleman who said when he started, somebody bought 53 units. Good to learn from these people, and good to learn from
Absolutely.
you too, because here's one question which is relevant to you, because you'll be the right guy to answer. There's someone who typed in the chat box. He says, "I have friends who complain of lack of support from sponsors." Your geographical spread is from India, Malaysia to all over the place, Dubai. Maybe you should answer this and tell this guy what he needs to do with himself and his sponsor, and what to expect from his sponsor.
So this guy has a challenge with getting his upline to support him. Is that the question?
Yeah, I think so. Is it? Yeah, he says that.
Well, let me just cover it generally. I got this. When I started the business, definitely I got support from my upline, but I think we all need to cultivate this mindset that honestly, my mindset is you can say is a little bit arrogant. You can actually say that, because in my mindset is this: what is it that he can do I cannot do? What is it that he can do I cannot do? I have that amount of confidence in myself. So I think if people really start to have more confidence in themselves, they don't need their upline. They actually don't need their upline. So, but of course, having an upline support is always great. It's always motivating. It's always good to be with people. But if you find yourself in a situation where your upline is not there for you, I'm going to cover a few things here. It's not there for you. Then take the ownership to do things to build the business yourself. And this is not some business that you need rocket science to start. The formulas are very simple. Follow step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do it consistently, diligently, and you're there. So you don't need an upline to support you in those things, actually. But people always would love to have an upline to support. I agree with that. That's why I'm always there for my team as well. So if you're an upline and you are having a team member in a different town or different country, how do you support them? Now, exactly, Zainab, the mindset of an employee and business owner. Because let's be real, a lot of people that join Kangen or network marketing, a big majority of them are from the corporate world, employee, 9 to 5, right? So we have to understand as uplines that not every person that comes in is going to share the same mindset as us. We need to understand that. No matter how good this person is or how great leadership capabilities that he has, we must just scrap all of that and still lead them. We cannot expect that, he's been in insurance for 30 years. he has grown teams in different countries and this and that. He should be able to do it himself. That's a misconception. We still need to lead him. And in fact, people like that also want to be led because they are quite new in our business. So going back to the question, if you have team members in different states or different country, what do you do? Going back to my initial things that I shared, you have a 1 week once Zoom meeting. You must have, that's the basic. Don't only do it upon request, upon demand, upon urgency. You do it every week to support your team around wherever it is, out of town. Okay, and be there for your downlines. Now Zoom is so convenient. I'm talking to Michael now. It's as if we are seeing each other face to face. It's honestly as if that's the case. So all these tools are there for you to use. Obviously, nothing beats a face-to-face communication. But if you can use Zoom and achieve 70% of that, that is way good enough. It's whether you want to do it or not. So I think as uplines, we should be doing that. We should support our team, but also as a team member, as a new joiner, as a distributor, you don't need your upline to succeed in this business. You don't need. All you need is your own vision, your clear goals. You understand the elements, the things that you need to do, and just take action on that. All right. Upline is just somebody that came to you and shared with you this amazing opportunity. Bless him or her if they support you or not. You are your own boss. If you are waiting for your upline to do things for you, I'm sorry, you're not a business owner. You're not. If you want to be a business owner, take the ownership. So that's my answer, Michael. Hope it answered your question in some way.
Yes, I think you answered a lot of people's similar questions on not getting enough support from sponsors.
Yep.
I think I like what you just said, if your upline can do something, why can't you do it even better, even bigger?
Correct.
And that's what you're doing.
So it's like you must have the confidence in saying, is he that special that he can do things that I can't do? Is he that great that he can do? So although it sounds a little bit arrogant or obnoxious or whatever, but I think that's a good mindset to have, to push yourself to do whatever that anybody can do. When I saw my uplines going on stage, I also can go on stage. When I see my upline doing the demo, I also can do the demo. Yeah. So that's just a
maybe
mindset
even
that is
better.
good to have.
Maybe even better.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
So that's that. I think that's good to have that mindset.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it, to see Sam dash 6, and his sponsor is still at dash 5. So this is a no, I'm not trying to demean anybody, but I'm trying to show, this is a beautiful business where you can overtake your upline.
Yes.
You don't have to be blocked by anyone, in the positive sense.
Yes.
You be better. And I think most of us who are having teams, we would like to have our team members become even bigger and greater than us.
Who would love that, actually.
Sorry?
Who would love that?
Yeah. Right. Wonderful. And someone asked, how to build a team overseas?
How to build a team
You're the
overseas.
guy to ask because you got teams all over the world.
I see. Okay. The thing is this. That person that asked this question, do you have a team locally or not? If you don't have a team locally, focus local. You can't do local, you can't do overseas. You can't do local, you can't do overseas. Because overseas is challenging. You got to deal with other things like different cultures, different mindsets, different ways of business, different things like that. I'm not discouraging you to be overseas, but what I'm trying to say is you focus local, build local strong. And the things that you learn from your local market, you take that, and there's a formula, you take that and implement it overseas. So if you don't have that yet, right, forget about the overseas yet. Focus on your own market, your own home. Because the Marines say this, the US Marines, they say if you can't tidy up your bed every morning, you cannot serve the country. So you have to start somewhere. Okay, so then comes to when I talk to somebody that, you have a team and you have contacts overseas and you want to build it. What's the best way? The best way, there's so many ways, all right? The best way is don't complicate the process. Don't think building overseas is any other much different than building locally. It's the same thing, exactly the same thing. The only difference is different people, different cultures. Just be mindful on that. Be mindful on that. But the rest of the thing, don't have to reinvent the wheel. Oh, maybe in this market I have to do this and this. Maybe in this market I have to do. No. If it's worked in Malaysia, if it's worked in India, and 23 countries around the world, it's going to work in whatever country you're looking at. So don't reinvent the wheel. Get a team behind you to do it together. Don't go alone. If you go alone, you'll find out that you're juggling too many things. You want a team. Because a team not only can help you lessen the burden, a team can also be your eyes and ears everywhere. Sometimes people can catch things that you miss, can see things that you don't see. Especially when you're going overseas, you need a good team of people to go with you so that you guys can motivate each other, share ideas together, have a core team. And that's how I went overseas. I always go with my team. I don't go alone. I don't be like, I'm a hero, I can go and dominate. No, you always need a team. And I think that's very important. And don't reinvent the wheel. Just apply the same things that you've learned from whatever that we have shared in our workshops, our trainings, your upline, and whatever that you have worked locally. Just take the same concept and plant it in another market, another country. And that's basically it. It's nothing special, honestly. You just gotta do it.
Yeah, thank you, Simon. I like your story about planting palm tree and taking time for it to really grow fruits.
Yep.
I can foresee that your palm tree is going to explode soon.
Hopefully.
Not hopefully.
It
It is
will.
going to, because you got such a big group in India, in Dubai, and what stan is that?
What stan is that? Kazakhstan.
Okay,
So
that's
I
a
I am
wonderful place to be in because the girls there, I'm told, are very pretty.
I'm there for business.
Well, you are married yet, no?
Not married, not married.
Well, good place to plant palm trees in Kazakhstan. What's that again?
Kazakhstan. So
Kazakhstan, okay.
I'm just so excited, once once the lockdown is over, you the whole world is your the whole world is your mark. The Earth is so small in this whole universe and galaxy. It's your home, every part of it. And if you really understand that, it's not just Malaysia or India, or the whole world is your home. This is your home. And it's just a tiny bit in our universe and galaxy. We can go everywhere and do whatever we want in the whole world. So I think that really excites me. And I also want to share something which is derailing a little bit from what you have shared, Michael, is that you need to attend the events that your team and we are asking you to attend. We won't be sending you into a black hole. We are going to send you to light. So you need to really understand why, people like Sam, Michael, Bernard, we always talk about these events that is very important for your success. All right. And not only that, you need to bring your team members there. So the two events that I want to emphasize on is the GoPro. The GoPro is so important. I went all the way to the US. That flight almost broke my back. 20 over hours flight. It's horrible just to attend GoPro. And I got so much value from GoPro. And if this year end he does it again, I was already planning to go and take that gruesome flight again because I hate flying. So now if Eric can do it virtually and if you can watch it on the comfort of your home, you need to really capitalize on that. And if you feel the timing is a little bit off, my timing was totally off when you have to fly there and forgetting about the money that you had to spend. So here we are really privileged that Eric Worry is doing this GoPro virtual. If you're not signed up yet, you have to sign up. And if your team member is not signed up yet, they have to sign up. Number one, events. You got to go to events. Number two, the EKW. I'll be one of your EKW speakers, all right, for the next Essential Kangen workshop. I'll be gladly doing the event. If you guys want the link for the GoPro, just speak to your team members, your uplines. Maybe they can send you the GoPro links, how to sign up and all these things. We're not going to go into the detail of that. And the next EKW, for our friends in Malaysia, you got to attend it. And for our overseas friend, when we do a online telecast webinar of the workshop, get yourself there. And that's how you can really build your business. Events.
Yeah.
So that's something I want to really add on before I forgot, Michael.
Yeah. Great to remind us about this. Sam, if you are around, have you got any questions to ask before we close?
Simon, what a awesome share that you gave to us today. You never fail to come up with new things, fresh ideas, and let's all give a big hand to Simon.
Yeah.
Right. And now the three things that he shared with us today: energy, enthusiasm. The second one being having a vision, and the third one being the palm trees. What a good analogy! No, you can't just, when you speak to your newly found prospects, they are your seed. You cannot extract the oil from the seed. It takes time, you know. So this is what Simon is really what the only thing to say is this: how many of you would like to have a Simon in your team? Can you just type in number 8 on your
Sam, you're breaking. Sam, your line is breaking.
Oh, okay. Right. No. Now I was saying, right, how many of you here would like to have a Simon on your team? If you do, type in number 8. Is it coming up? Or no one is interested to have Simon? Or you can't hear me?
Oh, he's been taken. Simon has been taken.
There's a lot of 8s in the chat box.
Yeah.
Sam is frozen in time.
Sam, we are losing your voice, Sam. We're losing contact. Sam, are you still around? But I can foresee, Simon, your palm tree is going to be pregnant with fruits very, very soon. So, ladies and gentlemen, sorry we are unable to connect back with Samsia, our team leader. But let's give a big round of applause to our speaker for today, Simon.
Thank
Simon,
you, guys.
you got to be prepared to come back and share more, because there are a lot of people asking for you to come back and share. You're full of ideas, right? Full of ideas. We also like to take this opportunity to thank all those who have shared their Kangen experience with us. And we like also to take this opportunity to thank our technical team members and our team leader, Samsia, and his lovely wife, Cora. And thank all of those of you who have stayed right up to the end. Thank you. May your palm trees be pregnant with fruits soon. Thank you.
I'm back here.
More fruits.
Back,
Sam.
Yeah. Okay. My internet was very unstable. Yeah, I was just going to ask a question here. How many of you here would like to have a Simon Low in your team? Type in number 8. Yeah. Now I got good news for you. There are many Simon Lows out there in where you are. Okay, you need to talk to your friends who have a son like Simon Low. And yes, Simon. Okay, by the way, Simon, we didn't talk about Simon's background. Simon was offered a job in a top 3 accounting firm, Pricewaterhouse. He turned it down to come into the Kangen business. And there are many Simons better than you.
Yeah, of course, plenty. Plenty.
Yeah. So so back to you. Thanks again, once again, Simon. And by the way,